In the previous video, we began a chapter on physiography and drainage from Standard 10th Geography textbook, Maharashtra board. In that video, we dealt with the physiography of India. In today's video, we will continue from where we stopped and finish the rest of the chapter. These are the physiographic divisions of Brazil: the highlands, the Great Escarpment, the coastal region, the plains, and the island groups. The southern Brazil is occupied by an extensive plateau. It is differently described as Brazilian highlands. Brazilian and Guiana highlands together form the core of the South American continent. The main part of the Guiana highlands is in Venezuela and it extends up to French Guiana. The highest peak of Brazil, Pico de Neblina, which is 3014 meters high, lies on the border between Brazil and Venezuela. The regions to the east and south of the Brazilian highlands have an altitude of more than 1000 meters. But in other parts, the altitude is between 500 to 1000 meters. The highlands gradually slope towards the north and slopes are not very steep. The tributaries of Amazon flowing through this region make rapid waterfalls. A number of rivers flow northwards to meet the Atlantic Ocean. Some major rivers like Uruguay, Paraguay, and Parana originate from the southern slopes of the highlands and enter Argentina. Its slope towards the east is steep and it appears in the form of an escarpment. Though it occupies a very small area, the nature of its slope and the effect it has on the climate makes it a separate physiographic region. In this region, the altitude of the escarpment is 790 meters. The escarpment is very steep, particularly from Sao Paulo to Porto Alegre. The escarpment acts as a barrier to the southeast trade winds, giving rise to the rain shadow area in the northeastern part of the highlands. The Great Escarpment and coastal region of northern and eastern Brazil. Brazil has a coastline of about 7,400 kilometers. One may divide that into two parts, namely northern and eastern coast. The northern coast extends from Amapá province in the north to Rio Grande do Norte in the east. This can be called as the North Atlantic coast. From there, the eastern coast extends towards the south. The northern coast is characterized by mouths of many rivers, including the Amazon. Therefore, this region is a low-lying region. On this coast lie the Marajo Islands, Marajo Bay, and São Marcos Bays. The eastern coast receives large number of smaller rivers. The only major river which meets the Atlantic Ocean here is São Francisco. The Brazilian coast is characterized by a large number of beaches and sand dune complexes. The Brazilian coast is protected in some areas by coral reefs and atoll islands. The plains in Brazil are confined to two areas, namely the Amazon basin in the north and Paraguay-Parana source region in the southwest. Amazon plains lying between the two highlands form the largest plainland of Brazil. Amazon plains lying in the northern parts of Brazil generally slope eastwards. Amazon basin is quite wide in the west and it narrows eastwards. Its width is minimum where the Guiana highlands and Brazilian highland come closer. As the river approaches the Atlantic Ocean, the width of the plains increases. These are mostly forested areas and largely inaccessible due to the frequent flooding and dense undergrowth. Most of the Amazon plains here are covered by tropical rainforests. The other plains in Brazil are located to the southwestern part of the highlands. They form the source region of Paraguay and Parana rivers. The source region of Paraguay slopes towards the south, while the source region of Parana slopes towards the southwest. Pantanal is one of the largest wetlands in the world. It is a region of swamps and marshes in northwestern Mato Grosso do Sul in Brazil, and it extends into Argentina too. Islands of Brazil. Besides the mainland, some islands are also included in Brazil. They can be classified into coastal islands and marine islands. Most of the coastal islands have formed due to deposition. Marine islands were a part of the mainland, and they are more than 3,000 kilometers away from the mainland in the Atlantic Ocean. The marine islands are mostly rocky, and they are the top of the submerged mountains, whereas the islands near the coast of the South Atlantic Ocean are coral and they are called atoll islands. The drainage of Brazil. As far as the drainage in Brazil is concerned, there are three major river basins: Amazon Basin, Paraguay-Parana system in the southwest, São Francisco in the eastern part of the highland, and other rivers at the coasts. Amazon Basin. Amazon collects its headwaters from the eastern slopes of Andes Mountains in Peru. Amazon River receives huge discharge. This is about 2 lakh cubic meters per second. As a result, Amazon washes off the load supplied to it from the catchment. As a result, sediments are not deposited even at the mouth. A dense network of tributaries, which is a characteristic feature of river mouth areas, is by and large absent in the mouth region of Amazon. Instead, we see a series of islands developed along the mouth of Amazon beyond the coastline into the Atlantic Ocean. At the mouth, the width of Amazon is 150 kilometers. Most of the course of Amazon River is suitable for navigation. The Paraguay and Parana rivers are located in the southwestern part of Brazil. Both the rivers form the catchment of River Plata in Argentina. These two rivers and River Uruguay in extreme south of the highlands collect their headwaters from the southern portion of the highlands. River São Francisco is the third important river in Brazil. The entire basin of this river is within Brazil itself, and it occupies the eastern portion of the highlands. The river flows towards the north for a distance of about 1,000 kilometers over the plateau, and then it takes a sharp turn towards the east to enter into the coastal strip along the Atlantic Ocean. The river is navigable for a distance of about 250 kilometers in its downstream reaches. Brazil has a number of short coastal rivers. The coastal area being densely populated, these rivers attain significance. River Paraniba and River Itapecuru, following northwards, meet the North Atlantic Ocean. The rivers that enter South Atlantic Ocean collect their headwaters along the escarpment. River Paraguaco enters the Atlantic Ocean near Salvador town. The drainage system of India. Rivers in India are largely classified according to their source region, the Himalayan and the Peninsula. Most of the major rivers in the Himalayas originate from various glaciers. In summers, when glaciers melt, the discharge of water increases in summer. They flood during monsoons too. They are perennial rivers. Perennial rivers are permanent water body that flows continuously all year long. The drainage covers two major river systems such as Indus river system and Ganga river system. Indus and its tributaries, that is the Jhelum, Chenab, Ravi, Sutlej, drain the western Himalayas. That is, they flow through Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh. They flow almost parallel to each other. A major tributary of river Indus, the Sutlej, originates near Mansarovar and flows westwards. The Punjab plains have been formed during the depositional work of this river and its tributaries. Indus flows through Pakistan and then meets the Arabian Sea. The river Ganga originates from the Gangotri glacier and crosses the Himalayas to become an east-flowing river. Many tributaries of the Ganga also flow in a similar manner. Yamuna, originating at Yamunotri, is a major tributary of Ganga. Another major tributary of the Ganga flows through the northern part of the Greater Himalayas, crosses the Himalayas to enter India. When it flows through the Himalayas, it is called the Sangpo. When it crosses the Himalayas, it is called Dihang, and its eastward flow thereafter is called Brahmaputra. From time to time, Ganga meets its tributaries. Hence, its discharge increases. Ganga receives Brahmaputra as its tributary in its lower reaches in Bangladesh. The huge volume of water and deposition has led to the formation of a large delta. Besides these Himalayan rivers, a number of tributaries from peninsula like Chambal, Ken, Batawa, Shan, Damodar, etc. drain into the Ganga basin. The peninsular river systems can further be divided into east flowing, that is meeting the Bay of Bengal, and the west flowing, that is meeting the Arabian Sea. The Western Ghats form a major water divide in the peninsula. The peninsular rivers, being rain-fed, seldom face the problem of floods. They are seasonal in nature. The west-flowing rivers, occupying the area between the Western Ghats and the Arabian coastline, are short in length but swift. This condition of short and swift river systems exists in the states of Kerala, Karnataka, Maharashtra, and southern Gujarat. Further northwards, one comes across the river system flowing in the Gulf of Khambat. These river systems are Tapi, Narmada, Mahi, and Sabarmati. Rivers meeting the Bay of Bengal. Most of the area of the peninsula is drained by the rivers flowing towards the Bay of Bengal. The important river systems of this group are Mahanandi, Godavari, Krishna, and Kaveri. Mahanandi Basin occupies the northeastern part of the peninsula. Godavari, Krishna, and Kaveri originate in the eastern slopes of the Western Ghats. River Godavari is the second largest river system of India in terms of the catchment area. To the south of Godavari is located the basin of the river Krishna. Its major tributaries are Bhima and Tungabhadra. River Kaveri flows through the states of Karnataka and Tamil Nadu. It is one of the major rivers of the peninsula. It is a river that has been harnessed for irrigation since a long time. So this was all about the drainage of the river systems of two countries, that is Brazil and India. One valuable lesson we can learn about the flow of rivers having their own flow of direction is that rivers, just like us, have a path or a direction that is sometimes similar and sometimes opposite to the other. But yet, as we move forward, we finally become one with our greater destination. And here we come to the end of this lesson. If you want to check out the explanation of the first half of this lesson, then do check its link in the description below. This was all for now. See you in the next video. Till then, stay blessed, stay curious, and always keep learning.